So you want to start that side gig or that new business? Well, we're going to talk about how you can multitask in a way that allows you to be successful long term. Coming up next. Hi everybody, my name is Dee Burks and this is Retirement Rescue, where we talk about how to make money, save money, and create a retirement from nothing. Well, a lot of what we talk about on this channel is creating sources of income, either from other businesses, from side gigs, from a multitude of different things. Well, one of the biggest questions I get is, well, how do I multitask doing all these different things in order to make them successful? Well, I'm going to reveal a little bit of how I do it, and hopefully it will help you too. Number one is to block time. I'm sure you've heard this before from time management people. Take an actual block of time, 3 to 4 hours, not just 30 minutes here or 30 minutes there, a block of time, and work on one thing consistently. That will help you actually be productive. One of the problems with having lots of different things going on is that you spread your time way too thin. Instead of blocking time to focus on one task, you end up spending 30 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 40 minutes here, and you really don't get anything done. And while you've been busy that whole day, you don't have much to show for it because you're not working at anything for a long enough time to produce a measurable result. So blocking off time is great. And one of the examples I'm going to use throughout this video is my YouTube channel. One of the things I learned to do in order to fit doing a YouTube channel, which was a huge endeavor for me, into my life was to block time. For example, this morning I'm filming videos. I'll film 4 videos in a row. It only takes me a couple of hours. And then I time block my editing as well. So I'm very efficient with my time. Rather than filming a video, editing a video, going back and forth, it all gets done in these time blocks and it becomes very efficient. But you can apply that to anything you're doing, any new project. Now, the second thing I want to talk to you about is to time block your learning curve. This is kind of a new concept for people. But when I started my YouTube channel, I knew zip squat. I mean, nothing. Never filmed a video, even on my phone. Never edited video, never used a software, never used a camera, never did lighting, never did any of that stuff. I had to learn to do everything from scratch. And that's true no matter what you're doing. If you're starting a business, maybe you're starting an online business, you have to learn to do everything from scratch. You can't do that if you only block a few hours here and a few hours there. You have to understand that when you're learning to do something new, one of the most effective things you can do is really focus on that thing almost exclusively for an extended period of time. A day, a few weeks, a few weekends. Really focus on getting through the learning curve. There are so many times we want to do something new, and because it is new, we're having to learn a lot. And if you're only blocking a few hours, maybe on a Saturday, for every Saturday, after a month, you're still frustrated. You haven't learned much because you haven't blocked the learning curve. Now, once you get past that learning curve, you will be able to do things quickly and efficiently and truly time block into 3 to 4 hour segments. But until you learn what you're really doing, you're going to have to invest more time, and you need to plan for that. There's going to be a learning curve. In my case, with the YouTube channel, that learning curve was pretty extensive. I started October 1st, set up my YouTube channel, and I started researching. I probably listened to every content creator on YouTube about how to do things. That's how I learned to do it. I don't know any other YouTubers. I don't have anybody who could teach me. I learned from YouTube how to do YouTube, as so many of us do. And that was a great way to learn because every question I had, there was an answer for. But I time blocked that learning curve. It was a slow time business-wise last fall. I was able to really focus on figuring out the equipment, learning to use the equipment, figuring out what software I wanted to use, learning to use the software. All of those things had a learning curve. And by January, after about 90 days, I was ready to go with my first videos. And I uploaded my first one the end of February. But it was a steep learning curve. And had I not invested the time, it probably would have taken me 6 or 8 months to get to that point if I was just trying to piecemeal it. So time block your learning curve, and then you can be way more efficient. Now the third thing is manage your expectations of yourself. We all think we're Superwoman or Superman. We just do. We think, oh, I can do it. It's no big deal. This guru says, I saw on YouTube, this guru says I can set it up in a week. I'll be a millionaire. And yeah, they lie. They lie. They totally lie. What you want to do is manage your expectations of yourself and forgive yourself. You're not going to do things perfectly. There is no situation you will ever go into you're going to jump in and do everything right. Expect to have to tweak what you're doing. It's okay not to do things perfectly. In fact, especially like with a YouTube channel, sometimes it's great for people to see your flubs, your fails, the things you didn't do perfectly. None of us are perfect. It's encouraging people to know it's okay to fail. And it's important for you to look in the mirror and tell yourself it's okay not to be perfect. Relax a little bit and enjoy the learning, because it's back and forth. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's how we all learn. So be easy on yourself. Now, one of the big questions I get a lot is, well, when do you know when to outsource? Because here again, someone saw on YouTube some guru that said, oh, well, you can outsource immediately. You can get someone to manage all this business. You don't have to do anything yourself. And they lie. They lie, they lie, they lie. No one will care more about your business or what you're trying to do than you will. You have to get in there and do it yourself in order to even know what you can outsource. One of the ways I determine it is something that is relatively routine and repetitive that doesn't need my direct input. Let me give you an example. If you're setting up an online business and the email from that business is starting to take more than an hour or 2 every morning, it's really bogging you down. Think about how many of those emails, what percentage, actually need your direct input, or are they regular mundane questions, frequently asked questions, spam, stuff you just need to delete, requests for things that you don't even want to answer. Go through there and see what percentage it is, and then outsource the rest of it. Outsource the rest of it, and that way your time can be more productive elsewhere. But you have to get in there and do it before you can figure out that percentage. The same is true if you have like an Etsy shop and you're shipping things. Once you determine how your products are going to be packed and shipped, you can have someone else come in and do that packing and shipping according to your instructions. You don't have to do that yourself. But here again, you need to manage your business a while and figure out what things actually truly can be outsourced. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is balance. Your body and mind will force you to balance your life whether you want to or not. You cannot work 24/7 at something and not hit burnout. In fact, when you start to get tired and you don't take care of yourself, you're not exercising, you're not eating well, you're not getting out of the office, you will get so tired you become completely ineffective. How many times have you tried to work and been really tired, and then once you have a good night's sleep, you accomplish in 2 hours what you spent the previous day trying to get done? That's how we work. We need to be able to step back on occasion and evaluate things and take a deep breath and then go back at it. So pay attention to balance in your life, even if it's just getting out and walking the dog. You need that balance in order to be successful. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.